Hey everybody, it's the Marshall show. But a little different today. I told you guys that I'll be playing. Okay. I've been telling you guys I'm gonna play Skate 4 because I like the game. So that's what we're gonna be doing, and I'm gonna be talking about my life and just random stuff. So, obviously you guys can see that we're kind of matching. Look, right? Kind of look like him. I got the beanie and everything. I look like him, right? Okay. Well, anyway, um, yeah, so I haven't played this game in a while, I haven't played the Skate franchise in a while. The last game I played was Skate 3, which came out, I think, like almost 2 decades ago. So today, I'm just gonna get into the game a little bit. I already got my guy. This is Marshall. Hold on, let me get into the light. I need to get into the light. I got my guy right here. So yeah, we're going to get into it. In terms of what we're going to talk about today, it's actually going to be about an interesting call I got, I believe 2 days ago. I don't even know where I am. We got to get out of here because this area kind of blows. Okay, watch the 360 flip. Okay. So yeah, I got an interesting call 2 days ago from an estate lawyer in New York City. Go Mandani. Okay. So yeah, I got an interesting call from a New York estate lawyer, and they were in regards to my father that actually passed away around last year. So they wanted to talk about his estate and what to do with it and everything like that. And obviously sad that my dad died, but the reason why I'm talking about it isn't necessarily about grieving my father, which I do to an extent. It's more about the context of the call, because they were basically saying that, you know, they got word from my half sister that I was, my father's son. So they decided to contact me. And I guess you can say that doesn't sound too weird, but to me, it's a little odd and a little hurtful that like I was the last to know, and that like almost last second one of my siblings were like, oh yeah, he has another son. Now, for more context, I say that they're half siblings because they don't have the same mother as me. We share the same father. And for even more context, and this always makes everybody go crazy when I say it, my father was old. He died old. He died, I believe, at 91 years old. I know, but I'm only 24, so you can do the math if you want. But the point I'm trying to make is that my siblings are a lot older than me. And since my dad had me pretty late, I've kind of been seen as, that manual didn't work. I was kind of seen as a bastard child. I didn't have a crazy relationship with my siblings at all. And I rarely talk to them. In fact, I don't think I've ever talked to my sister one-on-one in my entire life. I don't think I've ever even really had a full conversation with my sister, ever. Maybe when I was like one. But I don't have a relationship with them because I feel like they share resentment. They don't really live over here. Only one of my half-brothers lives in the state I'm in. And not to mention, I didn't have a strong relationship with my father either. He left my life when I was like 6. And my mom took care of me all on her own. Watch this. I'm going to do a cannonball off the building. She took care of me her whole life. So it's not even like I had a crazy relationship with my father either. So all those things coming together, I don't really talk to any of my family on that side, on my father's side. So the fact that it seems like my sister was like, let's just say she didn't seem like she was very eager to let them know that my father had me. And there was an added reason that I believe that, because the estate lawyer was asking me a lot of questions, basically verifying and proving that I was his son. Now again, He was in my life prominently for 6, 7 years, for, at least 7 years, maybe 5, maybe 6. I don't remember. That was 20 years ago. But my point is, it shouldn't be very hard to prove that he's my father. He's on my birth certificate. I have pictures with him when I was a kid. And these people, my siblings, should know that I'm his son because they're my siblings. So the fact that the state lawyer needed proof that I was his son, and I really guarantee you that there weren't an extensive proof that my other siblings had to show, made me feel like my siblings might have been a little hesitant to admit and acknowledge me. And at first, I don't think I really cared because, again, I don't have a strong relationship with him anyway. And I'm sorry if this gameplay is boring. You're here for me. You're here for me talking, not for the gameplay. All right. Okay, I'll give you guys one. Here's a 720 flip off the ledge. So yeah, the point I'm trying to make is that at first I wasn't really that annoyed, but as I thought about it, it started making me feel pretty bad because my family basically doesn't want to acknowledge my existence about my father who left me anyway, so he kind of doesn't even acknowledge my existence. Now I have to prove to some estate lawyer that I'm his son just so that I can, and I'm the youngest by a lot. So you would think realistically he would want to leave something to his next of kin that's youngest, that needs it the most. Not saying I need it or want it. I'm just trying to say, like, the fact that I'm the youngest and I'm the one who has to prove I'm even related to him for his estate compared to people who are already have a family, are successful. It's disheartening that I wasn't even in the conversation at first. Like, it seemed like I wasn't even oh, my back. It doesn't even feel like I was a primary thought, so. It's really hard to process, and I'm still going through the emotions of it all. And to just talk about my father more, I mean, he really wasn't in my life. My relationship with him is weird because it's not like he ghosted me, he left me, but I still held contact with him. I had his number. It's not, he didn't like remarry or something because he's pretty old. His whole family is in New York, so maybe that's why he left. To me, it doesn't really matter. But what I'm trying to say is that my relationship with him was rocky because, again, I stayed in contact with him. I talked to him, not much, but it's not like I had no contact with him. So I think because of the contact I still held with him, and the fact that my mom still adored him regardless, I think I did look at him, albeit slightly, as a father figure. And I know he's my father, so maybe that sounds obvious, but for anybody that maybe had a single mother, a lot of the times you don't really see your father as your father because he kind of relinquished that role when he left. So because of me still holding that value onto him, I still had some expectations for myself to make him proud. For both of my parents, I always said that I was going to graduate college. My father, all his kids graduated and has pretty successful careers. And for my mother, it was the opposite, but it was for the same reason. Oh, let's see. Can I get up? We're gonna see if we can do this up here. But yeah, for my father, or for my mother, she had a similar expectation because none of her children were able to go to college. I have two other sisters from my mother, and they didn't go to college. So I was the first to go to college for one parent, and I was supposed to follow the legacy for another parent. And to be completely transparent, I really never had that much, I guess. I didn't really ever want to go to college, really. I never, oh, ooh, my stomach. My stomach. I've never had the passion to go to college, really. I was a great student in high school. I was the top of my class. I had like a weighted 4.5 GPA. I passed all my APs basically. I got accepted to UF and UCF. I mean, it's not like I didn't have the qualifications to go to college. And I had FAFSA, financial aid. My school was, okay, and then 720 flip. No, ooh. It's not like I was set to go to college. That's my point. I had a financial aid, had the qualifications. It's not like I was doing horrible in college when I went, because I did end up going to UCF. But I didn't stay. Truthfully, I didn't stay. And since I don't think my mother will be watching this, I'm gonna tell you guys in secret, my mother doesn't even know that. You know, and Mom, if for some reason you're watching Skate 4, then I'm sorry. But I was too ashamed to tell them that I didn't finish. I was too ashamed to tell most of my friends, really, because my friends and my peers, everybody who were also in the top of their class, they went off to be doctors and physicians and all these crazy. Okay, here you go. Oh, that's what, a 1440 flip? And it hit my head at the end. They ended up being like, very prosperous, and I felt ashamed. And I can go into the reasons of why I didn't want to go or stay, and I can just ramble on and on about that. But the point I'm trying to make is that I have kind of a pit in my stomach knowing that my father passed away before I can graduate. And you may be like, well, you weren't going to anyway, but I think I had this crazy idea in my mind, that instead of going to college and graduating, I was going to be successful without it, and I'll make my parents proud doing that. Oh, don't fall again. But I didn't do that yet. Obviously, you might be watching me, but this isn't paying the bills that much. This ain't paying the bills at all. I can't show my parents 100 views on a Skate 4 video, and they'll be proud. So the fact that my father died before I can even make him proud, regardless of if he's in my life or not, regardless of if he deserves me trying to make him proud or anything, it's been haunting me. Truly, it's been haunting me. Because a lot of people wanted me to go the traditional route of going to college, getting a career. I majored in economics. They wanted me to be an economist for the government or something. And the fact that I didn't do it, I just feel like over time, I'm proving them right by not being successful and not following their lead. So my idea was to just show them that I didn't have to do it. And as time goes on, as time passes, and I don't prove that, and I'm only getting older. I'm not that old, but as time goes on, I feel more pressure. And reflecting on my father's passing, I think it gets me even more anxious because even though my mother isn't as old as my father at all, nowhere near, she is in her 50s, and I'm not here to garner pity, but she's not doing the best. You know, she's not financially doing the best. God knows I'm not. Health-wise, she's going through it. She just got into an accident. And God forbid, I don't want anything to happen to her. Especially because I know that, like, to me, I haven't proved myself as a son. I haven't fulfilled any of my promises. So it's kind of symbolic that I'm on here because I promised myself and my followers and you guys, right? I promised you guys that I will come in here and make a Skate 4 video and talk about stuff a week ago, I believe, and I didn't do it. And if I can't make promises to my followers, if I can't make promises to myself, then how can I claim and have the ability to even do the things that I want to do? Because being successful doing content or anything in life isn't easy. It's not easy. I was blessed to gain 20,000 followers in not even 2 months. Yeah, I don't want to take that for granted. I want to push myself for you guys, and I want to grind for you guys. And okay, that wasn't bad. But yeah, I want to grind for you guys, and that's what I plan on doing. So this is the first video. Hopefully I can do this daily. If not, then but I think I can. This felt pretty relaxed. And sorry today, I wasn't really focusing on the skate. I wasn't really focusing on the skate video, the gameplay. Cause I'm just here talking. So if you guys wanted me to do some like crazy, go through some crazy stuff, like that's not what you're here for. But next time I'm gonna get better in time. Sucks that EA got bought out, but it's not like I'm putting any money into this game anyway, let's be honest. But yeah, okay, that ain't that bad, right? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you're here this far, I'll do this every day if you guys like it. And you matter more than you think. I love you, and goodbye.